Hello and welcome to Watch. Today I am building an enchantment room, but before that I need to build here. Actually not build, but remove all the ground above the portal because I wanted to have like this hole because I'm gonna make a tree later on top of it so I can just easily access, to the portal. So I started by obviously figuring out where the portal was at the surface. I got it firstly wrong, but after that it was pretty quickly um, at the correct spot. It was in fact not in the middle of the river like I originally thought. Instead it was just like 10 blocks off. I was looking at the coordinates wrong and I found that cool pattern. But after that I finished up the outline and started to dig. I didn't have a shovel, so it was first very slow. I did eventually get to the stone, and while digging the stone I found another interesting pattern. This time it is basically just a rectangle, but still. And this is what it looks like after I have no more roof over the portal. And while trying to make the portal room have a very like spear-like shape, I realized that the trial chambers actually were connected to the portal room too, and I activated one of the spawners, so I just decided to back up and not go there again. Anyway, after some time I had an idea of what the room was about to look and kept trying to shape it to be the ideal spear shape. Once that was almost ready, I decided where I was gonna put a nether portal, so at that I could easily go to the nether and get some quartz because I knew I was gonna need it at some point, just not when. And when I went through the portal, I was actually very surprised by what was on the other side, because there was the spot that I had previously been while looking for the fortress, right next to the portal. Which, good thing and a bad thing, because good thing is now I can easily go to the old portal, and since it is close to a village, get villagers. And it was also close to the fortress, so if I ever need blaze rods, just not even that far. After that I kept shaping up the portal room so I could make a doorway for the enchanting room, because kind of hard to place a room when you don't have a place for that room. And I went to look for bamboo and found this azalea tree. Got immediately distracted. Oh wait, there's another portal. Maybe there's something cool like an enchanted golden apple in there. And there was also this very big cave, which had a lush cave underneath it. So that's cool. I can get some axolotls from there. But I obviously went for the chest to check if there was anything interesting there. And there was nothing interesting in there. So pretty much useless. But I did go and check out the cave, and there was barely any iron, and I really needed it because I did find like one spot with diamonds and I really wanted that, but I didn't have an iron pickaxe. So while gathering iron, I went around the cave trying to see if I could find, the iron, but also maybe more diamonds. While looking around, I basically found anything except that were glowing there. No clue what that is. Amazing thing about this cave is that the spot that I put the water in keeps like the fish keep spawning on the water, swimming upwards and dropping back down, so I have infinite food. Very bad food, but food. Also, it keeps zombies kind of away if I'm at the other side, because the zombies keep getting stuck to the water, but food, that's the main point of the water. Also the fact that I can get back up without using any blocks. And I found some more iron, which obviously I took, and while melting it on the iron, I looked around the cave again. Didn't really find anything interesting this time. And after I went back, I already had enough iron to make an iron pickaxe to get the diamonds. So I went over to the diamonds that I saw, or a diamond, but they turned out to be two, so that is amazing. And I remembered that, wait, I saw somewhere on the ground one more diamond. Couldn't remember where it was though, I only remembered that I had to lit up the area that it was in, and while trying to look for it, I found some more diamonds near some lava. I was like, oh, that's amazing, there's 4, might be even 8. So I was like, okay, it's pretty dark, but it doesn't seem like there are any mobs. I was wrong, there was a skeleton, and also a mine shaft. How do I keep finding this? And I ran away because, you know, a skeleton and the lava are not a good, you know, combination. While I went there I went the second time, there was a creeper, and the explosion noise came after the explosion. So I almost died. Luckily I didn't. And my infinite fish farm was still working, so I was able to heal. And when I went back to the diamonds, I was like, wait, I need some blocks to get over the lava. Maybe I just get them here, since this pillar is lit up, so any mobs shouldn't drop to me. And there was some diamonds on the pillar, so amazing, because diamonds. And after, you know, getting the blocks, I climbed over to the diamonds that I saw and was finally able to get to without almost dying. I feel like lava shouldn't work the way it does right here, where it just doesn't go away unless it is blocked. But at least none of the diamonds burned, so that is enough for me. 14 so far. And I even found a diamond that I had seen beforehand, and there was only one there. I even checked around it. After that I got some obsidian, because I wanted to make the enchanting table. You know, you need that for an enchanting room, I would at least say. And I started to shape up the room again, this time to find where the doorway should go. While off camera getting some wood, however, I did end up falling from the tree to some vines to my death, losing almost 70 levels. Because, you know, I had 70 after gathering up all of my stuff and the XP left. I had 7. Mildly frustrating. But anyway, this is how far the enchanting room has gone so far. I started to put some bookshelves and chiseled bookshelves on there, and I was trying to, you know, put the enchanting setup on the floor, like, okay, it's probably gonna be around here, like it's not gonna stay there, and because you get 3 books while breaking a bookshelf, and I have a lot of wood since this is in jungle, I have no problem breaking them. After that I was trying to test the color palette. I know I wanted something white, so I was putting polished diorite, that's what it is, and quartz, and I was like, I kind of like more how quartz looks at the top, but it doesn't look good at the bottom, and there's nothing in between them, so I cannot really use both. So I decided, okay, I'm just gonna use diorite. Then I remembered, wait, there's this amethyst I found while in a cave. So I went into the amethyst, to get some pieces for spyglass and the white stuff. And I don't know how, but the trial chambers are connected to even this amethyst. How is this possible? Anyway, after getting the white stone stuff from the amethyst that I don't know name for, I started to test if it would work just with quartz, or is it better if I had the diorite at the bottom. And in my opinion, it looks better when there's one piece of diorite, at least in this room. Maybe in the bigger one, the diorite can go slightly higher. But I was figuring out how it would look like in my mind, and I feel like it worked. So I started to put the blocks in their places, realized that I was running out of quartz. I did go a lot of times into nether because while collecting quartz, I'm like, okay, I have levels, maybe I can get fortune. I didn't get fortune, so I just put up the room again, went to get some more quartz. Maybe I can get fortune, no I can't. Anyway, I started to get some chickens because food is something that you need, and since I'm not spending all of my time in that cave with that automatic fish farm, I decided to get some chickens because you don't need food to get more of them. You can just wait till they lay eggs and throw the eggs in the walls, Actually, I would be very surprised if you didn't know how that works. Anyway, I pushed the chickens off the cliff and also jumped off the cliff, but I landed on the water and they can fly, technically. So everybody was fine. Although I was wondering where the last chicken was. I was like, did it already go somewhere? Like, it's very fast. Turns out it was just hadn't landed yet. Anyways, I found a bee on the jungle. I also found a jungle temple. Went to rob it. On my way, because it was dark. I didn't want to go at the bottom of the jungle and get blown up by a creeper. There wasn't anything useful really on the expected sticky pistons, which would be very useful. There wasn't even a saddle, which was the point I was trying to look for. Anyway, this is what I use the sticky pistons for, so I can get very low level enchantments if needed. I didn't have enough slime balls though, so I ended up going to the trial chambers to get some. I almost died as usual. Although if it would be usual, I would have died, which didn't happen. So I would consider myself to be lucky. Then I got some stuff. Found a convenient slime spawner. Almost died again because why not? And went back and made my little setup work. Then it was time to test which color fits better because I can't find dark oak or spruce for that matter. And I decided that redwood, what is it called? Crimson looks better than the, I'm not sure if that's grey or blue. Anyway, I used the blue stuff because this looks blue, but the planks don't. I use it for covering up the lamps, and now this is what it looks like. Anyway, have a nice day, goodbye!